Crow Watch beat. The early morning fog draped over Ashwood like a damp blanket, the kind that clung to your skin and muffled the world. It was 4:45 a.m. WT on Sunday, June 8th, 2025, and Officer Jenna Morales adjusted her collar as she stepped out of her patrol car. The beat along Ashwood's east side was her usual route. Quiet streets lined with old oaks, the occasional flicker of a street lamp, and the distant hum of the highway. But today, something felt off. The air was thick, not just with moisture, but with an unspoken weight. Jenna, a 10-year veteran with a sharp eye and a sharper wit, chalked it up to exhaustion. She'd pulled a double shift after a bar fight downtown, and her coffee was already cold. As she started her patrol, a flutter of wings caught her attention. A crow perched on a lamppost, its black eyes glinting in the dim light. She shrugged it off. Crows were common in Ashwood, but as she drove, more appeared, lining the power lines, watching her with an intensity that made her skin crawl. Her radio crackled. "Morales, you there? Got a noise complaint, 142 Oakwood Lane. Resident says it's unnatural. Check it out." The dispatcher's voice carried a hint of unease, unusual for the stoic Clara. "Copy that," Jenna replied, turning onto Oakwood. The street was silent, save for the soft cawing overhead. The house at 142 was a modest bungalow, its porch sagging and windows dark. A single light burned in the attic, flickering like a heartbeat. Jenna parked, stepping out with her flashlight in hand. The crows followed, their numbers growing, a black audience perched on every branch and roof. She knocked on the door. No answer. The noise complaint nagged at her. Unnatural, Clara had said. She circled the house, her boots crunching on fallen leaves. The attic window glowed brighter now, and a low hum emanated from within. A sound like wind through a hollow pipe. She tried the back door, unlocked. Against protocol, but her gut pushed her forward. Inside, the air was stale, thick with dust and something metallic. The hum grew louder, vibrating in her chest. She climbed the creaking stairs, her flashlight cutting through the gloom. The attic door hung ajar, and as she pushed it open, the hum became a voice, soft, rhythmic, chanting. The room was cluttered with old furniture, but the center held a circle of candles, their flames dancing without a breeze. In the circle stood a man, gaunt and wild-eyed, his hands tracing symbols in the air. "Freeze! Blackthorn PD!" Jenna barked, drawing her gun. The man spun, his eyes wide with panic. "You shouldn't be here," he rasped. "They're watching." "Who's watching?" she demanded. But before he could answer, the crows erupted outside, their calls a deafening chorus. The man lunged for a leather-bound book on the floor, but Jenna tackled him, pinning him down. The book fell open, revealing pages of jagged runes and a sketch of a crow with human eyes. The chanting stopped, and the candles flared, casting wild shadows. The man writhed beneath her. "They called me! The crows! They promised power!" His voice broke into a scream as the shadows twisted, forming shapes, tall, feathered figures with beaks and claws. Jenna's grip faltered, and the man broke free, grabbing a knife from the table. She fired, the shot echoing, and he crumpled, the knife clattering to the floor. Silence fell, heavy and oppressive. The shadows dissolved, but the crows' cawing resumed, louder now. Jenna radioed for backup, her hands shaking. "Morales here. Officer involved shooting at 142 Oakwood. Suspect down. Need EMS and support. Over." The radio hissed, then went silent. She tried again, but the signal was dead. She searched the man. No ID, just a book and a pendant shaped like a crow's skull. The attic felt alive, the walls pulsing faintly. She pocketed the evidence and descended, the crows tracking her every move. Outside, the street was empty, the fog thicker, the birds a black shroud overhead. She drove back to the station, the pendant burning against her chest through her pocket. At the station, Captain Hargrove met her with a grim expression. "You shot an unarmed man, Morales? What the hell happened?" She explained, the noise, the chanting, the shadows, but her words sounded hollow even to her. The body was gone when backup arrived. house empty, the candles cold. Hargrove suspended her pending review, but the pendant and book remained in evidence. Jenna couldn't let it go. The crows followed her home, perching on her roof, their eyes unblinking. She researched the symbols, finding references in occult texts to a cult called the Order of the Raven, said to summon entities through bird omens. The pendant matched descriptions of their talismans. That night she dreamed of feathers and claws, waking to find a crow on her windowsill, tapping insistently. The next day she returned to Oakwood Lane, off-duty and armed with salt, a trick from an old folklore book. The house was silent, but the attic held a new mark on the floor, a crow's footprint burned into the wood. The pendant glowed faintly in her pocket, and the crows gathered, their caws a command. She scattered salt around the footprint, reciting a warding chant she'd memorized. The air crackled, and the birds screeched, dispersing as the mark faded. Back at the station, she submitted her findings, but the evidence vanished. Book, pendant, photos, all gone. Hargrove called it a breakdown, suggesting leave. Jenna knew better. The crows still watched, a reminder of the beat that had marked her. She patrolled cautiously now, salt in her glove box, the caws a constant echo. The order wasn't done, and neither was she.